Hi Leo, welcome. This is Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Neptune reading. It came up pretty heavy of Leo and Neptune. So, I'll get to, this is going to be a long one. I was going for a mini, it ain't happening. And I'm super confused. It's kind of reminding me of this Pisces reading I did last week. Was it yesterday? God, it's been a long week. It was about a soulmate connection, confusion, on again, off again, betrayal, an attempt at redemption. And this is kind of reminding me of that in someone from your past had a chance at redemption and they didn't take it. It was like the inner demon overshadowed their inner angel when it came to you, which is so tragic here because there's love there. There was. So if there's a relationship, this is going to be very specific for someone, I think, and I'll do some timestamps here because some things are going to come out. So truth is going to come out, or this person might come out with a truth. But not to help you, it's like to hurt you. They want this to affect you. They want this to make you feel small, but that's not going to happen here, obviously. With the Sun, the Six of Wands, Page of Cups, Page of Wands, representing you here. The story of your love is not so clear. There's confusion there. Maybe that's why I'm confused. There was something going on that you just couldn't quite put your finger on with this person. I feel like it was a fire sign. Is that the King of Wands there? Yeah. So, this could have been a Leo-Leo relationship or Leo-Aries, Leo-Sagittarius. With some maybe Venus and water thrown in there. And there was actually kind of a great mix. And I'm bringing up the astrology because the advice for you, if you're like, oh my God, I don't have time for this, you know, you can follow your birth chart, your astrology. Your personal astrology, your personal birth chart is very, very important right now. And it will be a great resource for you at this time when this person decides to kind of swoop in and drop some sort of a hate bomb. You know how they love bombed you at the beginning? Like, they didn't even need to do all that. And they don't need to do this either, but they might be going ahead. They know you're gone. They know you're gone for good. But it's nothing you can't handle, okay? It's nothing you can't handle. And at the end of that, it's a brief encounter, I feel, is the happy ending. The Sun, that's you. Six of Wands, victory. Reward. Being recognized. Being honored publicly. Winning the grant, winning the scholarship, getting the award, being able to sit back for a minute and say, I did it. I really did it. And at the end of that, there's a self-recognition, there's a joy, there's a light at the end of the tunnel that's yours and yours alone. And this person can't come. They might be just realizing that. You're not a confused person. So I'm getting here you, Queen of Cups, Temperance. You could have Sagittarius in your chart. You could have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And Nine of Swords tells me that the end of this relationship just brought you confusion, anxiety, and depression. You were never enough. You couldn't do anything right. They were on again, off again. It was hot, cold, kind of get what I'm sensing. So if you don't understand something, you're not getting the whole story. Did I push go? Okay. It's such a shame because there was such a connection there. There was such a spiritual connection. There was an incredible physical connection. This could have been such a successful soulmate union. And they chose, I think, a path that you didn't know they were taking at the time because they didn't tell you. So if they didn't tell you, loyalty, I'm getting loyalty, secret handshakes, the old boys club, that sort of thing. They wanted to be a big shot. And if you want to be a big shot, you have to degrade women, you have to control them, you have to, the high ups know that. You start to ignore the laws of consent, including the energetic ones. How much different is it when you're with someone that you want to be with as opposed to someone that you don't want to be with? I mean, even just standing next to someone. And this person kind of stole something from you that you were willing to give freely. They were into energetic manipulation. They were into black magic. There was a left-hand path choice that this other fire sign took. And they didn't share that with you because it happened before they met you. And I'll get to that in a second, which is also confusing to me. But you're a very creative person, and they were a very creative person. And it's almost like when you two got together, there was nothing you couldn't do. If they hadn't chosen to swear oaths to this left-hand path society. Chaos magicians. Mind control. It's so much to do with that. Learning how to control the people around you, including those the ones that love you. Like this person did love you. That's what's so weird to me about this. They did love you, but it never progressed past the puppy love stage spiritually. Because at that point, what they were thinking was, well, I have this person, and I'm going to keep them. Instead of just being a really good mate to you, and instead of just loving you and caring for you and honoring you, which was a road they could have taken that they chose not to take. They are starting to really feel it. And they are feeling it physically. I'm getting like the hot cold thing, like the way they were with you emotionally was traumatizing to you. And they were kind of doing that because that was the roadmap they were given by their higher ups. They weren't listening to their heart. They weren't working with their guardian angels. I feel like their guardian angels were kind of rooting for you guys to work out because you kept them in the light. You made them a better, more creative person instead of a more destructive person. So if this is still going on and you're feeling conflicted about possibly walking away from someone that you know you have that bond with, their guardian angels, their ancestors are rooting for you to emancipate yourself from this energetic bond that they are continuing to try to tighten the grip on instead of loosening it up. So what's going to happen is some truth will come out where they won't be able to hide who their alliance is with, or they might just come right out and tell you. I did magic on you. I did love spells on you. I did a lot to manipulate the situation so that we could A, be together, B, stay together, and see what you never know. What you don't know won't hurt you came up in another reading. I think that was Cancer. That was an awful one, my God. I think that was, yeah, never mind. This is success for you. You could probably feel it. You could probably feel that something wasn't right, that there was something they weren't telling you, and it was that. But the outcome of this is a soulmate that's gonna be the one. So the universe is like, hey, that didn't work out. Nothing you can do about it. Congratulations for being self-aware and loving yourself enough to walk away from that, even though it feels really good or is really exciting, or you know there's that bond. You're gonna get it. The real one here. Swan. Marina Green. Look at this. Hold on. I've been standing here holding this coffee. Swan in Untamed Elemental is that soulmate bond. Marriage, monogamous, committed relationship for the rest of your life. And look at this. Isn't this cute that this came up together? Look, there's two of them there. Intertwined. They speak their own language. Their language is physical, spiritual, energetic. Look, two boats. Two kites. You will have a soulmate relationship at the end of this. So, if you're not ready yet, you will be. If you're like, no, I feel you, okay, I hear you, I hear that, but I'm not ready yet, you will be ready. I didn't even remember I had these little cards and they popped out just like this. Death, Judgment, the Star, Justice, Page of Cups. This is why I'm not so worried about you. You'll feel like it's over and you'll feel good about it. You'll feel absolutely willing and able to make that final judgment call based on your emotions, your intuition, and the facts. The skeletons in the closet are coming out, you know. What was buried rises. Everything comes out in the wash, something like that. And all your dreams come true. You get justice. You'll be vindicated, and you will be rewarded with standing strong and not just going along with this manipulation by an offer of pure, true blue love. It could be a water sign. They could have fire and water. It could almost be that it was a dark side flipped version of who your real soulmate is. So it's like if they were a rotten Leo, you're going to meet a good Leo. If they were a rotten Sag or Aries, you're going to meet the good one. Or Scorpio or Pisces or Cancer, you know, whatever it is. Like the dark side has its little minions kind of creepy crawl over people's astrology chart to try and recreate it and send in an agent of chaos. That agent of chaos could have chosen peace. They could have chosen love. But you have to release control, and that person was not willing to do that. Keep working on your dreams. The truth is about to come out. Keep working on your dreams while this comes out. So it's almost like it's a bomb to throw you off course. Don't lose focus. Don't get distracted by it. If you decide right now, whatever it is, you won't get distracted by it, success is yours. What kind of success? The joy that you always knew was waiting for you somewhere is here. At the end of this finality. Okay? I'm so not worried about you. Everything's going to work out. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. This is a snapshot that you remember for the rest of your existence. Where you were happy. You were creating. All the kids are happy. Everyone's getting along. The sun is shining. You're feeling abundant. You're feeling protected. You're feeling receptive to gifts, miracles, and all of those buzzwords that are about to be a lot more than just buzzwords for you in your life, okay? And how beautiful is this? But there's something that needs to be clarified here. You're like, there's a question I have here. What exactly is going to be revealed, just to get a heads up here? It's going to be something that's a deja vu feel. Deja vu feel. Where you... Hold on. What's that? Huh. So, to not be super one-sided in this, I do tarot readings. I try to not violate any spiritual laws here. So, to be fair to this person, if you want to know what they were thinking, they loved you. They thought you would bring them healing because they are so kind of dark and deep into some bad karma because of bad choices they made. But they saw healing in you. They saw that this could be peaceful, loving, joyful, but that they would have to be vulnerable and monogamous and focused instead of the way that this group teaches them to play God. They're feeling it. Like I was saying, I feel like they're feeling it physically. They're burning up. They start to sweat. And then they're cold. They put the coat on. And then they're hot. And then they're cold. And they're being kind of literally tortured in the way that they emotionally tortured you. When that was so unnecessary. They could have just loved you. They could have just loved you. And they didn't. Okay, so... to pull on this, it's like, who is giving them the bad advice here? Well, they had a toxic mama that would never let them go. This is one. There's a couple people here. Someone raised by a wild animal. Like, this woman seems very civilized. They might be very bougie. They might live in the biggest mansion. They might be super coiffed. I don't know why that's coming, coiffed and put together, but they're an animal inside. They see their own child as a pet. And they follow whatever this child does, and they influence them with their own dark magic to make bad decisions, so they never leave them. That's like really gross. Eight of Wands, the Sun, the High Priestess. They saw that you were more competent. They saw that they loved you, this mother or maternal figure. What else? Who else? Oh my God, I didn't even notice that. Okay, Thoth. Mother, magic. So this person practices voodoo, magic, dark hand path, and they do that in their family. That's the way. They think that's the way. That's what we do. And they're regressing. They're regressing. And the sun is regressing. And this woman is sinking deeper and deeper into the fact that they chose the wrong path. And they're going to be faced with the reality that it's too late. We don't do that. Who else? Yeah. It would have been that way for the rest of your relationship. You never would have had peace, basically. There's nothing you could have done with this person's mother in the picture that would bring y'all happiness and success, because she would make it so that was not so. This mother would influence this child subconsciously using energy. It's like a bunch of people doing magic on each other. There are a bunch of rotten apples doing magic on each other, and it's about to implode, okay? And there's a paternal figure here, too, that's probably a part of the little boys club there, the little boys club, pretending to be grown mans. Something people used to see better. Masculinity. This is like a toxic masculinity. They could be a designer. They could be very successful. Or they utilize, and here's magic again, like I was saying. So you're getting, you and this partner who chose the wrong path were being influenced by several different entities, organizations, people. Another was someone that is like, this is how you get to the top. Do you want to be in the top? You're like us. We're winners. Everyone else is losers. You're a winner. This is what we do. It's really disgusting. And it was bad advice. And they shouldn't have took it. And this person doesn't care that they destroy lives, because it's fun for them to be puppet master here. So there's a puppet master here, someone in love. I think this person was in love with you, and they were never going to get a chance with you. Never. And they knew that. So what they could do was sabotage this one who did have a chance with you. And they did. And they did. They're older, I know, because they had a jealousy with the youth and the beauty of the one that was in love with you. They wanted that for themselves. They couldn't have it. They couldn't have you. And youth is cruel and has no remorse, and smiles at situations which it cannot see. I smile, of course, and go on drinking tea. This person's view is skewed. This group's view is skewed. And they did everything they could to skew your person's perception of life and love and success. Okay? They could own an aquarium, that's a clue. They know how to utilize colors to influence people and moods. Okay, so they're into that too. Yeah, I think that they were jealous. I think they were very much jealous. And so what did this person do as far as black magic? They came into your person's dreams. They started hunting this person in their own dreams almost, and trying to be vampiric on their energy and project your image in their head. So if they felt like someone was trying to attack them, it would be kind of your image, but not totally. You know, it would be like black eyes, so they'd be scared. But what that usually is a black magician trying to project an image into someone's mind, and they cannot recreate the eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul. That projection doesn't work in the mind manipulation matrix that it's like the movie The City of Lost Children. I highly recommend that to anyone that's interested in knowing how some of these darker societies work to influence people, to influence children, to vamp off them, to create a feeding frenzy for these dark energies. I'm gonna have to mark this over 18, aren't I? We're really going there, aren't we? Attic. Tilt. They wanted to kind of make this person feel crazy when you were around, so they would associate that feeling of instability and fear with you. And I'll be damned if it didn't work. It worked. They felt that they needed to seek solace and comfort from this in that own group where the call was coming from inside the house there, to keep them tied to it because they were a powerful creator, manifester. And, you know, the sum was greater than the parts here with you two, and that was a threat to that old get up. Whew, okay. So what to do? The situation here is Octopus and Golden Gate Bridge. Truth is coming out, and it will add to a sense of self-compassion, confidence, and healing. Did I say healing? There's a lot of healing that's going to come in with this truth. This is regeneration. It's like you building a bridge between your mind and your heart again after understanding how much manipulation was going on here. So yeah, it was confusing. It would have been confusing for anyone. And you could have been Marilyn Monroe and it was never enough. Which is interesting because I looked up specifically the astrology of Neptune in Leo. It came up with Pegasus here, which is all about freedom, emancipation. Hold on, I wrote it down. I want to cite my source here because I'm not an astrologer. It was thehoroscope.com here. So, Marilyn Monroe was Neptune in Leo. Audrey Hepburn, Che Guevara. They're visionaries. They're idealistic. They can be arrogant. You know, so the shadow of that bright light can be a little entitlement there. So, you know, something to work on. Neptune is significant this week, this month, in staying on top of this transition. Okay, so you're an artist, you're into theater, you're into music, stay there. Your new mate will also be there. They will also be. If you're not a Neptune in Leo, it's just saying that they might be. Or align yourself with those kind of people. You'll feel really able to expand creatively. Or you'll be able to be that vulnerable, happy-go-lucky, sunny disposition Leo that you have been aching to be. You know, you incite awe in other people. You have a boundless imagination. It says you're profoundly deep. You're profoundly passionate. But your personality is like an abyss that people can get lost in. And I feel like this person felt almost underwater with how strongly they felt for you. Or how deep you are. How big of a soul you are. Maybe intimidated them. Maybe you were older, maybe there was an age difference or some sort of difference that made them feel less than, and they had to overcompensate with this dark tour down the left-hand path. So what do you do here? I got Knight of Wands again here. Queen of Wands, Page of Swords. maybe it's not going to be maybe they're not going to try and hurt you. Maybe it's just reaching out and they just say one thing like, you really made me happy. I did love you. Everything that I did says that I didn't, but I did. And maybe that hits you different. And the way of getting through that is staying focused on your creativity and your dreams through it all. And know that that one that's going to choose you back and do you right is out there still waiting for you. And they might have a similar horoscope because the advice with this person is to keep your guard up like you should. You already know. They're in it for them. They haven't changed. So if you're wondering, no, they haven't changed. And they're about to face a lot of karma, like physically and emotionally and everything. Stay out of their way. It's not your responsibility what to do. This was kind of like who to be throughout this whole thing. What am I on? 30 minutes? Oh my Lord. Lucky socks. Or this is someone who might come into, if this isn't you, flip it. This is someone who is about to come into your life, and these are clues. So they could be a Virgo. Or you could just be feeling like, you know what, I'm kind of stuck here. A little tied up. That's okay. If you have to start from the ground up with nothing, if this is literal, that's fine. You can do it. You can create something out of nothing. You don't have to call in any dark gods. You don't have to do any dark rituals. You don't have to make any alliances. Your astrology is really important right now. Find out about that. I'm learning about that, and it's been a game changer. Shout out to the astrologers that I follow online who have helped me see it in a different way so that I can understand it. So you could have an interest in science, or there's a really exciting development in science that'll capture your attention. Go with that. Have fun with it. If it's exciting, if it's energetic to you, go with it. It could be astronomy, not just astrology. But print out your birth chart if you don't have it. If you already do and you're already an astrologer, there's something really exciting in that world that will bring you solace, that will bring you a renewed sense of confidence or freedom there, okay? No fear. So this is telling me that if you're feeling spooked, there's something in your chart that will explain that, and that will give you a chance to kind of relax a little bit if you're feeling like a Halloween cat, with your back arched up here. There could be some sadness that will be explained by that, so you can forgive yourself and say, oh, it's just the moon. It's just Neptune, something Mars, I don't know. If you're feeling restless or anxious, that's all a part of this. So there's something beyond 3D science that will be gifted to you from the universe that will bring you this renewed sense of joy and lust for life again. If you have lucky socks or a lucky trinket, keep it with you. It's okay. If you need to get a babysitter so that you can have a couple hours to relax or go lay in the sun, even if it's just in the backyard, that's all right. There's a resource there for you to do that. If you're feeling a little clumsy, that's interesting. It's an opportunity from your guardian angels to work on your own inner self-talk. So instead of tripping on something and you say, oh, I'm such a klutz, you trip on something and you say, whoops, and then you keep going. What not to do. Don't let this gypsy come back in your life, even though you love them. Use your intuition here. Okay, this is kind of a mistake here. The challenge here would be it's a mistake. Maybe you got really creative around them and you're thinking that because you're feeling creative again, that this is a natural avenue to work with them again. This is like, no. You'll be more successful creatively without them there in your life because of the karma they're experiencing and how that will affect you like a complete emotional avalanche is what I'm seeing here. It will only cause confusion. It will only be like, oh, wait a minute, I already learned this lesson. What am I doing here? There's no structural integrity in this offer from that past fire sign or water sign. They're going to come in to leave again. It's going to be the same old thing. So hold out for this new one, okay? What to do here with the untamed elemental. Sacred geometry here. Wait a minute. This is about sacred geometry. Healing tones. There's so many awesome little YouTube channels where it's like healing megahertz. There's one called the Healing Tones of God that I really love. You put your headphones on and it takes you through different kind of megahertzes. Rebalance your hemispheres a little bit. That could help with the Pegasus there. Because this is kind of having to do it alone with the Tree of Life as your advice for what to do with Yerba Buena. So you can't spend your way out of this, but you don't have to ruminate on the past. You might have to get through something alone this week, but you're going to be okay with that, I think. Whatever this artistic endeavor is, you can do it alone. You won't necessarily need support from anybody else. It's like something's being broken down. Ooh, I almost, broke. Oh my goodness. Don't over-meditate. Don't over-meditate. Like, you're good spiritually. You're good. You're solid. You're strong. Stand tall with your chin up. There. Knowing that. So you might be able to say that for yourself and no one else around you can. Maybe. Even just in the mundane day-to-day thing. You might be the only deep diver who dove deep down to the atomic level so that you have this self-awareness, this understanding, this expansion, this wisdom. It's like you might be the only one. That might be what that means, and just you make your peace with it. Stay focused on your dreams. So possibilities will present themselves for creation. If you're like, I can't focus on that with this happen. Yeah, you'll be just fine. You'll be able to do it. You'll be successful. Have no fear. And your true blue soulmate will be waiting there for you. Just like they were right there. Like, oh, there you are. You might be, oh, there you are. And you say, hey, hi, it's you. You know, it'll be immediate and it'll feel good. They'll make you forget this person's name. Bottom line here. Oh. All right. Okay. Sometimes a little white lie is permissible. It's okay. I feel like someone needs to fake call in sick or take some personal time off work and go be with their fun friends. Someone has some fun friends that make you laugh, or sisters or brothers or something. Go be with your fun friends that you can laugh with and joke with and be vulnerable with. But you might have to make a little white lie. Maybe that's where the babysitter comes in. Yeah, a little white lie to the boss. Not feeling great, gonna take some personal time off. You book the spa weekend, or, you book the babysitter. You invite your friends. You might just be in the backyard. But it's something about giving yourself relief, leave, to have fun with the friends that make, they know who you are and you can be yourself around them. It can be silly and stupid and jokey. That's what you need to do. That's really all. And the rest will just kind of be gifted to you from the universe. So you taking a break is you working on your healing. It is you staying focused on your dreams. So if you can see it that way and get rid of that inner critic that is, I feel like almost stems back from this relationship, that is going to dissipate, disintegrate when you decide, if you haven't already, look in your birth chart. Check out where Neptune lies in your birth chart. That'll guide you. And guidance will show up magically. I love it when Pegasus shows up. It's so beautiful. With Eagle as you and your mind, you're on it. You're seeing clearly. So it brings me full circle. If there was something that was confusing, it was because you weren't being told the truth. Not because of anything you were missing or lacking or ignoring. Okay? So maybe someone just needed to hear that. This is a good sign. All of this is a beautiful omen. All the way down the line here. This is healing. This is freedom. And it's well deserved. Long time coming, you know? And if there's a truth that you need to tell, don't water it down. Speak clearly and to the point. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't whitewash it, if that's the case. That might bring healing too. So if there's an opportunity to speak your truth, take it. If there's an opportunity to hear some truth, take it. And know you're going to be fine. All right, Leo, I'm going to leave it there. I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot. And I'll see you for the next one. Bye-bye.